Ladies and gents, yeah, because it's titchy guitar and it's a 22.2 inch scale and made by Ibanez. It's the Paul Gilbert Mikro signature model, and it is very blue and pink indeed. So let's have a look round. No, we'll have a listen first, then we'll have a look round. Right, let's go. Certainly, this is pickup time, and we will start with, there's actually 5 positions on this blade switch, but we'll have a look at those in a bit. Actually, I might explain them now. Yes, I will. So, no, when we do the clean, when I finish having this argument with myself, I will let you know who's won. So, let's have a listen to the pickups, starting with the bridge humbucker. Position in, then I'm only using one, no, move it one position in, I'm using one coil from here and one coil from here. the innermost single coils, which doesn't give you, I don't think, humbucking effect. I don't know, does it? It doesn't make any noise. Okay, easier still. When you go into the centre, it's everything. Titchy. So both humbuckers. When I go on to position 4, it just gives you one coil from the neck pickup. And on to the full fat humbucker at the neck. Yes, so 5-position blade switch to give you a vast array of different sounds. Right, see it cleans up. So I used 11s for this because it should help the tuning stability. And you've really got to, you've got to acclimatise to a guitar with a short scale. It's a 22.2 inch scale, which means that you don't have to move a string as much to bend it. It's very easy to overbend. Anyway, the bridge humbucker. And of course, if you've got big old full-size adult sausage fingers, then you won't have to, again, as I say, acclimatise really. Position 4. And finally onto the neck. I'll tell you what, trying to get all your fingers crammed into that B7 down there, that's... Right, okay, yes, so let's look around it, see what we can find. So, does it make them as no surprise to you? This is for a young female family member, and they are very, very good. That's my really out of the gate statement for you. That made out of nice stuff. It's an Ibanez. Ibanez tends to make decent instruments, really. What I will say is, this came pre-disastered. As you can see, there's a great big lump missing out of it there. Therefore, you know, it was reasonable. So, but you see, and I have read this before. These are a couple of £100 from, you know, the usual places, Guitar and GAK and whatnot. A couple of £100, might be a shade more, I'm not sure. And they are brilliant. So yes, but the setup was really, it was woeful. The fret edges were definitely finger slicers, but of course I've taken all those down. That was nice and easy. The fret leveliness was lovely. The installation was okay. I haven't touched that. It was, you know, it was fine as it came. So what have we got? We've got a maple neck and a colour matched head stock, and of course it does tell you very usefully that it was designed, or at least signed, by Paul Gilbert. And if you don't know who Paul Gilbert is, he was out of that band that did what was it, Be With You, Mr. I should have done some better research, really, shouldn't I? Mind you, couldn't say why for breakfast, to be fair. Yes, it'll come to me, perhaps in a minute. Anyway, Paul Gilbert. What an absolutely astonishing guitarist. Well worth a watch, and a very funny guy as well. It's Scarified. Have a look at that, Scarified. Awesome. So, yes, Paul Gilbert, genius guitarist. Does online lessons. I think it's a Indian Laurel fretboard, but it's okay, it's fine. It was as dry as a biscuit. This is unplayed as it came out of the box. So it's made in China with some decent quality sealed tuners. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a fan of reverse headstocks because I find them a bit confusing. But then again, that's just me. I suppose once you get used to it and get your head around it, it'll be okay. But and the theory is that you're more likely to bend the thinner strings, so your G, B and E, and so if they are not such a great distance from the nut, then that should help with tuning stability. I don't know whether it does or not, but that's the theory anyway. Yeah, 24 frets, counting, 24 frets. The greatest thing for me about 24 frets, as a rule, is that it makes fret 22 much easier to get to. And two humbuckers, and the humbuckers are popping out absolutely plenty. And these won't be, see, they won't be regular Ibanez humbuckers, will they? Because of course the pole piece spacing will have to be significantly closer together because it's a, well, I think so anyway, because it's a bit smaller, isn't it, than normal stuff. Anyway, hard tail, and the pickups are popping out. Best part of 13 for this, I think. Best part of 13, and knocking on the door of 10 for that. You'll see some figures back here. Weighs in at not much again. I can't remember. Was it 2.8? Something like that, 2.8 kg. So we've got the string height exactly where we want it at 1.25 at the 12th, and and I've got to tell you, it plays ace. It really, really does play ace. The neck is super fast, as we might reasonably expect from an Ibanez. So you've got the the 5-position blade switch, bridge only, 2 inside singles, everything, 1 inside single, humbucker, 1 volume control, exhaust pipe in the side there, normal place. And you really can see, what I would have to say is, you really can see the Ibanez DNA there. It has certainly this very chiselled, slab-sided feature, which is common to a great many Ibanez instruments. So all in all, if you are after a well-made guitar that's stuff, it's a basswood body, maple neck, and I think, like I say, I think the fretboard's either Indian Laurel or it could be baked maple, but I think it's Indian Laurel. Yeah, and some decent steel tuners. So it's well made. But if you are going to buy one, what I would say is this: is that if you're going to buy one from one of the big shops, get them to set it up first. Go in and say, I want that one, but the setup's terrible. Can you set it up, and then I'll give you the money for it? That might work. There's a company called Scan. They're somewhere in the northwest, Manchester, Liverpool, somewhere, up north. And they do promise that they set every guitar up, that every guitar that leaves their shop comes absolutely tip top and ready to plug and play. Other than that, if you're looking for one on the internet, try to find a cheaper deal, you've got to factor in 40 quid to get the thing set up right, because it was, like I say, it was truly abysmal. But the guitar itself is brilliant, stuff full of good bits. If you are looking, so I would say that this would suit really probably 12 years on 10 to probably that spectrum of 10 to 15, depending upon, you know, your growth rate, work it out. Anyway, thanks ever so much for tuning in. Great looking guitars, and I shall see you soon. Adios amigos. Ta-ra.